Hello, it's James Johnson, aka Sulfur Blade, and I'm here with another video about Trump and voter fraud. This one could be one of the most powerful videos that should inspire all Republicans and all Trump supporting individuals as a whole. I'm really excited about this particular comment, and you should be too. Now, before I play this comment, I want you to know a little bit about Sidney Powell. Those of you who are in the know are keeping up with things. Sidney Powell is not just Trump's attorney currently, one of his attorneys for this election situation, but she was also the attorney for Michael Flynn. If you thought you recognized her name, that's why. She is the Michael Jordan of attorneys. She's a Joe Montana of attorneys. This is an attorney of incredible stature that has a very she has a reputation, and she has a reputation that's on the line. And so when she says things like these, that like what she's about to say on national TV, you can know 100% that that's going to affect her reputation. This is an attorney that plans to continue practicing regardless of what happens with this lawsuit. So let's go ahead and watch, and just keep that in mind, that her reputation is on the line here for what she's saying. This isn't some crackpot. This is one of the most respected attorneys in the United States.
And she says she has enough evidence of fraud to launch a massive criminal investigation. Sidney, thanks very much for being here. We appreciate your time this morning. I want to get right into it. We just heard about the software made by Smartmatic from Rudy, and I want to get your take on what you and I spoke about just a few minutes ago, and that is a gentleman named Peter Neffenger. Tell me how he fits into all of this.
Yes, well, he is listed as its former Admiral Peter Neffenger, or retired Admiral Peter Neffenger. He is president and on the board of directors of Smartmatic, and it just so happens he's on Mr. Biden's presidential transition team that's going to be non-existent, because we're fixing to overturn the results of the election in multiple states. And President Trump won by not just hundreds of thousands of votes, but by millions of votes that were shifted by this software that was designed expressly for that purpose. We have sworn witness testimony of why the software was designed. It was designed to rig elections. He was fully briefed on it. He saw it happen in other countries. It was exported internationally for profit by the people that are behind Smartmatic and Dominion. They did this on purpose. It was calculated. They've done it before. We have evidence from 2016 in California. We have so much evidence, I feel like it's coming in through a fire hose.
All right, so that is a huge accusation. To say something like that as an attorney, you have to have some pretty damning evidence to be able to say something that blatantly damaging, right? So let's just say that there's no evidence here, that this is fake news. Now, her comments that she just made, not only did it impugn the reputation of a person of character, this former admiral who's on Biden's transition team, it impugns the integrity of these companies that represent these voting machines. These are pretty serious accusations, and to make them so boldly on mainstream media one really has to believe, wow, they've got some serious evidence here. And so I think that's signs for much rejoicing as far as I'm concerned. Of all of the quote-unquote testimony and voter fraud revelations that I've seen to date, this particular comment right here out of Sidney Powell gives me the most hope, gives me the most excitement. You know, a lot of these other things are accusations that are going to be hard to prove. But when an attorney, again, of this stature goes out with so much on the line and makes this statement, you've got to say, wow, go Sidney. I can't wait to see you nail these assholes to the wall. Now, with that being said, there's a, what if there's nothing there? What if these were very bold accusations and that there's not actually nothing there? Well, now you're going to leave me feeling like I've just been hornswoggled, like I've been led to a feeder to eat and there's no food to eat from. Right now, these comments, they excite me and they give me great hope. But if a month from now, or whenever this evidence comes to light, and it's not everything it's cracked up to be, if that happens to be the case, not only will she have lost great credibility for me and probably will have a very hard time working again in the future, but Trump will have lost great credit for me. The whole team. It would be. So accusations like this, you certainly can make the case and can also break the case. So if there's nothing there, there's going to be a kind of a lack of support. Trump is going to lose a lot of support if there turns out to be nothing there from these accusations. But I doubt that's the case because, I have eyes. I saw what happened in the election. I saw Wisconsin get stolen before my eyes. Then I saw Michigan get stolen just like Wisconsin was stolen. Then I saw Pennsylvania, basically the same playbook except over a much longer drawn out period of time. They went for the biggest city in the state. They found the votes that they needed. They all came in last minute. And magically, Milwaukee had a larger voter turnout than it has registered voters, and they by and large all voted for Biden, but nobody's asking questions of how's that possible? How are there more people that voted in Milwaukee than are actually voters in Milwaukee? Oh, we don't know. We don't care. Nothing to see here. Let's move on. Same thing in Detroit. So, this brings me great excitement. Now, there's some other things I want to bring up in this video. Trump has been, mainstream media has been taking him out of context. Who would have thought? Mainstream media always takes Trump out of context. Well, what's the most recent things that mainstream media has done to take Trump out of context? Oh, yes! Celebrate, all you Democrats out there. Trump drops his key campaign lawsuit in Pennsylvania. That's right. Trump is giving up. We've won. Trump gives up in Pennsylvania. That's a lie. It's a complete and utter and total lie. What's actually happened is that the lawsuit has been refiled. So yes, the original lawsuit was technically dropped, but it was dropped so that they could refile it with additional appendages. It's a normal thing that happens in the law industry. But of course, mainstream media is just like, Trump dropped this lawsuit. Crickets about refiling. That's what they do. They like to spin a narrative. What other narrative have they been spinning? Oh, yes. Trump tweets the words he won. Yes, Trump has admitted that Joe Biden has won the election. Do you see any of Trump's actual tweets here? Do you see any of Trump's actual words in this AP report? No. If you search, not YouTube, how about Google? Let's just go to Google. Trump, if I can spell right, concedes Biden victory. Tons and tons and tons of articles here. And if you open them up, well, there's at least a little bit of some actual, one of his actual tweets, but that's not the tweet that actually started this whole mess. No, nothing about the tweet that started this. This is the tweet that he followed up with. Because, of course, the news went running with the fact that he acknowledged victory for Biden. Oh, wait. Here we got it. Who is this? This is CBS that actually managed to put the tweet in? I'm impressed. CBS put the actual tweet in. Anyway, I already had the tweet pulled up here. He only won in the eyes of fake news media. I concede nothing. We have a long way to go. This was a rigged election. This is the claim that Donald Trump has conceded to Joe Biden. He actually said he only won in the eyes of the fake news media. So let's be very clear. When Trump says that Biden won, he actually said he only won in the eyes of the fake news media. I concede nothing. We have a long way to go. This was a rigged election. So there you have it. The truth behind the quote-unquote Trump has conceded victory to Biden narrative you're seeing springing up all over the news. So, yes, Trump didn't actually say that either. So now you know that Trump has just refiled his key voter fraud lawsuit in Pennsylvania. And Trump did not actually concede. He stated what he stated. And we know that Sidney Powell is on the warpath, and the Dems are probably got to be a little scared right now. Seeing as this whole Dominion software stuff hasn't simply been challenged only by Republicans in the 2020 election. In fact, the Dominion software stuff has been challenged repeatedly by the other side of the aisle. Democrats have gone after these voter systems in 2018 and 2016 repeatedly. They're on the record saying almost the exact same things Republicans are saying today about Dominion software. So, if you got Dominion software, you might want to sell. You know, if you got any stock in that company, I don't think it's going to be doing very well here in the next few days. Anyway, I'm James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade. This is my content. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If so, please leave a like and subscribe. And until the next time, all, peace.